What will happen in the next 5 billion years? What kind of vicissitudes and changes will Earth and humans undergo? Next, we will try to use existing scientific theories to bring you along to experience a mysterious journey through the long river of time and space. About 5 years later, Musk's plan to colonize Mars officially launched, with the first 4 astronauts land on Mars aboard a manned spacecraft, and then send out 2 to 4 astronauts every 2 years. It is planned to spend 10 years on the Martian surface, establish the first permanent human settlement base. About 20 years later, the maturation of autonomous driving technology has led to significant breakthroughs in the field of transport. The comprehensive arrival of the autonomous era has completely exited the driver industry from the historical stage. 50 years later, the vacuum tube ultra-high-speed train project officially launched, with its fastest operating speed even reaching 20,000 kilometers per hour within a day. You can orbit the Earth more than 10 times, and in 100 years, the global population will exceed 10 billion, due to the widening gap between the rich and changes in the climate environment and the increasing demand for energy have made conflicts and competition between countries more intense, even leading to small-scale nuclear wars over resources, presenting a significant challenge to human survival. But as new technologies continue to break through, they will also bring new hope to humanity. 200 years later, high-strength carbon nanomaterials significant progress has been made. With the successful operation of the first space elevator, it can not only easily break free from the constraints of Earth's gravity, but also more conveniently send people or resources into space, thus greatly accelerating the pace of human exploration. 100 years later, the gradual maturation of quantum computers brought about a significant transformation in human technology. With extremely strong computational capabilities to build complex and massive metaverse systems, many people will spend most of their time in the virtual world. Not only that, but they can also implant computer chips into the body, achieve human-computer interconnectivity, and summon holographic projection screens at any time, replacing phones and computers. 500 years later, humans have overcome the average lifespan of most human individuals, including cancer, through nanobot technology. It has also been generally improved. 800 years later, humans have reached the standards of a first-level civilization in the universe, capable of arbitrarily controlling all the energy and all available resources on their planet, such as controlling the weather at will, various natural phenomena such as rivers, land, and oceans, even dictating the changes and rise and fall of substances within the Earth's crust, have been preliminarily grasped. Controlled nuclear fusion technology and advanced aerospace technology allows for free travel and exploration between all planets within the solar system. 1,000 years later, anti-gravity spacecraft began to become a common mode of transport. They did comprehensive popularization and build a massive air network management system in all areas of human activity, in order to communicate and collaborate more efficiently with existing human language vocabulary, gradually evolving into a brand new language system. 2,000 years later, with the continuous iteration and rapid development of artificial intelligence technology, robots with primary autonomous consciousness will replace the vast majority of humans, on the other hand, have more energy to develop technology and elevate the level of spiritual civilization, and have begun to use artificial uterus technology to replace humans in breeding offspring. 3,000 years later, the range of human activities within the solar system continues to expand. With the help of robots, humans began to construct an unprecedented massive project, not only building many large space cities in Earth's low Earth orbit. A large number of industrial bases have also been established on the lunar surface, with large-scale development and utilization of resources on the moon. 5,000 years later, the artificial field has been preliminarily completed to protect Mars' atmosphere from radiation, and the surface has also recovered to the ocean. At this point, the environment is no longer a population of the city can even reach millions, and it has established its own government organization, 10,000 years later. The first discovery of extraterrestrial civilizations by humans proves that humans are not the only artifacts in the universe. However, with human technological standards, it is still impossible to establish connections with other civilizations. 50,000 years later, humans established a direct connection between the brain and information exchange between the brain and the physiology of a human organism. 10,000 years later, humans collect all the energy of the entire sun by building the Dyson sphere, thus completely escaping the energy crisis. At the same time, technology has rapidly advanced, as humans have begun to enter a secondary civilization in the universe. 10,000 years later, humans began to fully use gene editing technology in terms of physical and intellectual capabilities. It has already far exceeded the current human population, and life expectancy has significantly increased. Human spacecraft have already reached the speed of light, and can even send scientific manned spacecraft to other star systems. 5 million years later, humans have successfully created a time machine. It can use holographic projection technology to review clips from any moment in history, but it is limited to viewing, and cannot engage in any actions that change history. 10 billion years later, humanity has achieved unprecedented success in interstellar exploration, and during the process of interstellar exploration, it will encounter other alien civilizations and generate widespread interaction towards the decarbonization missions. And at the same time, various interstellar alliances will be established and some interstellar rules that have reached a consensus will be established. 50 million years later, humans have made further breakthroughs in consciousness research. Memories in the brain can be digitized, stored, and replicated. Humans can achieve a sense of immortality by altering bodies. 100 million years later, humans have advanced to a third-level civilization, where they can use warp engines and spaceships that exceed data and interseasonal travel, where human footprints will spread across every corner of the galaxy, and you can establish colonization on any suitable planet for 500 million years. At that time, the population of the entire galaxy will exceed several trillion, and humans living on different planets will also experience significant differences in appearance over time. Some humans choose to merge with various different machines, thus becoming a new object owner. Even some people choose to completely detach from reality and become purely digital consciousness. A billion years later, the brightness of the sun will continue to increase, causing the oceans on Earth to evaporate and disappear, making them no longer suitable for life. 4 billion years later, the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy are making the night sky seen from Earth even more brilliant. 5 billion years later, all the hydrogen elements within the sun will be depleted, and the floor will begin to collapse. The generated heat will cause the outer layer to expand, turning into a red giant star whose radius will exceed Earth's orbit. This cradle that once gave birth to humanity will forever disappear from here on out, if human civilization still exists at this time. Perhaps we have already gained a deeper understanding of the meaning of the universe and life.